this is your first time, welcome. I first want to say thank you so much for like all the support and love on my first video. Like, I really appreciate that. Like, that shit is so cool. Like, that shit is dope. I'm really happy to be here, happy to be back with another video. And yeah, so just thank y'all so much. Today I really want to talk about what I feel is the first step in anything, which is believing in yourself, because it's literally the foundation of anything that you try to do in life. You have to believe in yourself. You have to, you know, it's all about that, having that self-love, like really loving on yourself, you know, giving yourself that chance to be your best self. And that's what this channel is really all about. So I feel that that is like the perfect place to start. I want to start off talking about where I came from, like where I started with this whole self-love thing, self-love project. So back in the the beginning of the pandemic, you already know I was working at Target, and honestly I already like really hated working there, like so much, because I just like really hated the management because they were shitty and working hard doing something that I don't care about. Literally every day I was just dreading going to work, and it literally felt like a prison. That was before everything started even happening with the whole pandemic. I was already feeling like, dang, these niggas don't care about me. Because why would they? You know, like when it comes to these big corporations, you already know they don't care about your well-being, your mental health for real. That's like the problem with it. Once the pandemic started, I just felt really nervous working there in general when everything first popped off. The end of April, beginning of May or something, I don't know. But they started allowing returns again. So people were literally like returning their clothes and shit, inside out, fucking smelling like fucking cigarettes and shit. The quarantine was in our fitting rooms in the back. It was just, it was disgusting. Like, even the way that they were like, they didn't even have the decency to give us the clothes already on the hangers and fixed in a way where after the time went by, then we could just put it back out. No, it was all on the like inside the bags, inside out. Like it was really disgusting. Like people were just taking these clothes off and just throwing them in the bag, and then they were giving them to us to like deal with. And yeah, I remember like one day it was like I was just really, it was my final straws. I swear I was on my fucking last legs of this bitch. The security guy came back to the fitting room, I remember one day, and he saw the way that the clothes were like all like over the floor and shit, like how nasty the shit was. And he was like, deodorant stains and shit. Like, we really had to deal with this. And yeah, he saw it. He was like, man, this is disgusting. And I was like, nigga, why do y'all have us doing it? You know, we're in the middle of a pandemic and you got us going through people's inside out, deodorant stained, smelly clothes, musty clothes. No leaders were doing that shit. They had us, the sales associates, you know, the people that you could easily get rid of, get new people, you know, like we were very disposable, and I felt extremely disposable. And another thing that I was thinking about a lot, one of my coworkers had told me about, and I actually had to look into that shit because I was like, what the fuck? There is something called the dead peasant policy, which basically means that, and y'all can look this up, this shit is crazy. It basically means that, you know, if you die, you know, when you're an employee, if you die, the job gets money for your death, you know, like for that missing employee, they get money for that. And yeah, they call that the dead peasant policy. I feel like I don't need to elaborate farther on that. So I mean, at the end of the day, I was just like, you know what, fuck this shit, I'm out. You know, that's what I was on, bro. I was not about to be putting my health at risk for these people that don't give a damn if I'm here or not. So yeah, that is, you know, my little experience. I just really started to think a lot about like the world and the way society is, and how it's really flawed, and how you really gotta like kind of find your own way. And that's kind of, well, that is what I wanted to make. That's why I wanted to make the video about really believing in yourself and taking your own strides. You know, if you hate what you're doing, you're not meant to be doing it. You know, of course we all have to do temporary things, but I'm talking about in the long run. You know, you're not meant to be doing that forever. You know, if you hate that shit, you need to be figuring out how you're gonna get out of it. You need to be really thinking about a plan to really get yourself out of that shit. Because I mean, time goes by, and I mean, obviously it's easy to like get stuck in that cycle of just feeling like you just gotta hate what you're doing and then just try to enjoy the weekends or something, or enjoy your days off. But it should be like, you should really just be able to enjoy your life, you know, and be doing something that is fulfilling for you. You know, that's like the real purpose of life, you know, to enjoy your life, be happy. And when you're happy, you're loving. And that's what we need more of. You know, it's so much depression and just so much suffering going on. And a big problem is that people are not following their dreams, you know, pursuing their passions and stuff. So when it comes to believing in yourself, something really powerful that I found was, I don't know if y'all know the law of attraction, but for everybody who doesn't know, the law of attraction is basically about your thoughts, you know, the things that you put out, that's what you're gonna get back. So it's like, if you're constantly focusing on being broke, being unhappy, you know, wishing that you had more, you know, being jealous of people because of what they have, just feeling, you know, sad about what you don't have and all that stuff. If you focus on that type of thing, which it is easy to do, you know, it's definitely, that's why I want to do this video. I want to tell y'all that is not that's not the way, you know, and that's not the way to get what you want, you know, because when you put out that frequency into the universe, when you're saying those types of things, all that you're saying is that you want to continue to not receive what you want. You want to continue to be broke. You want to continue to suffer by putting those thoughts out, you know, because your thoughts are really the first step. You know, it's about what you're thinking about that's going to affect how you're acting, you know, when you really think about it all. When you really think about it all. But yeah, I mean, it's not something that happens overnight. Obviously, we have all been conditioned to be in these self-limiting beliefs, you know, like believing that you can't do shit, you know, believing that where you are is where you have to be, feeling like you have to work these jobs that you hate forever so you can get this money. But you are capable of getting this money doing something that you love. And a lot of people not gonna tell you that, but it's the truth. The main step and the first step is believing that you are capable of whatever it is that you set your mind to, because you are, you know. And then once you start thinking that way, and you start putting that out into the universe, and the universe starts to give you what it is that you want, you know. And I know that it can sound like just something that I'm saying, but it's really true. And it's like, practice it and see for yourself. I really want y'all to practice this and see for yourself, you know. Really monitor what you're thinking about and what you're focusing on, because what you focus on literally is what becomes of your life. You know, like another thing when it comes to the law of attraction is gratitude is really important, you know, like really being grateful for all that you have now, seeing all the beauty in your life now. It's going to attract more beauty and more things for you to be grateful for. You know, like instead of focusing so much on, and I know it's hard because I literally was doing the same thing, you know, it's so easy to just be like, dang man, I wish I had that, or I can't get that, I can't do this. Yes, you can. You literally can, you know. And that's the first step, is believing that you can. You have to believe that you can. Nobody else is going to believe for you. You know, nobody is going to, what I had to realize, nobody is going to save you. Nobody is going to be able to be that thing for you that is making you take those steps towards your goals, because they're your goals and it's your life and your future. That's what I really came to realize, you know, like, and you know, when you really think about it, it makes sense with all of these successful people in the world. It's like they didn't become successful by believing that they couldn't be, you know, by, you have to take that chance and pursue those things that you care about. It's the only way to get what you want. You have to try, you know. You have to give thinking positive and give believing in your passions and your goals. You have to give it a chance, you know. Give your life a chance. Give yourself a chance to be great. You know, it is really fulfilling. You know, it's like, it's the way to fulfillment, you know. To true happiness is in living your life the way that you want to, you know, not dreading every day having to do things that you hate. You know, your life doesn't have to be like that. But nobody's gonna tell you that, because, you know, these corporations they want you to work for them. You know, they want you to feel like you can't do any better. And the same goes for like people who don't believe in you, because it's like, it can really be a lonely road. You know, like in the beginning when you telling people your goals and your plans and stuff, your dreams, people will laugh at you, people will call you crazy, people just will not believe in you. But you cannot let that stop you, because it's your life. And you have to make it happen for yourself. They're gonna see, you know. And really, I would really say it's just about wishing them the same. Because obviously, if somebody is trying to put you down, you need to take a minute to really think about, instead of thinking about what they're saying, because what they're saying is literally irrelevant. You know yourself, you know your life. Really think about where they are. Do they seem happy? Do they seem to be living a life that they want? Or are they stuck in the same cycle? You know, it's just stuff like that that you got to think about. You know, you could be making something happen that you haven't seen happen before. You know, you really got to dream big. You really got to go after what you want. And, you know, like I'm saying in that before, what I'm talking about, the law of attraction, gratitude is so important. It's so important. It's like the main key. You really got to, like, be grateful for what it is that you have now. You have to see the beauty in what you have now, and you are going to create more. You know, literally, if you don't believe me, give this shit a chance. Give it a try. Give speaking positive about yourself and your goals and your life. Give it a try and watch how things change. Which brings me into something else that I want to talk about, which are affirmations. If you're not familiar with affirmations, it's just statements to say to yourself aloud in your head every day, as often as you need, that are really just words of encouragement. And I want to share a few with y'all that I wrote down that really go with everything I'm saying, you know. So y'all can say them too out loud, say them in your head, write them down, you know, come back to this video, check it out. Just keep these in mind. These are some of my favorite affirmations for believing in yourself and really creating the life that you want. I am the architect of my life. I build its foundations and choose its contents. My ability to conquer my challenges is limitless. My potential to succeed is infinite. I effortlessly create beautiful, blissful masterpieces as my reality. I release negative, damaging patterns of thoughts and behavior. I have the courage to recognize the light within myself. I approach myself with patience and understanding. My life moves effortlessly towards my purpose. And what I want to say before I continue, this is something that you say on a regular, and it might feel unnatural to say at first, but that's just because you've always been spending your time saying negative shit to yourself. Just imagine how much better it would be if you decided to replace the negative things that you say about yourself and to yourself with positive things. It's gonna change the way that you think. It's going to change your outlook. It's gonna make you feel capable because you are, so I go beyond my limiting beliefs. The fire within me burns through all blocks and fears. I am manifesting easily and gracefully. And just real quick about manifestation, which is also, a part of the law of attraction. Manifestation is all about putting out into the world what you want, saying what you want, knowing that you deserve it, because you do. You deserve to live a happy, fulfilled life full of love, peace, joy. You deserve it, and you have to believe you deserve it, and you have to put out that stuff into, to the world. There's nobody else that can put those frequencies, those vibes out for you. You have to put them out yourself. You have to help yourself. Like I said, it can really feel like you don't believe what you're saying at first, but that's okay, because the more you say it, you're gonna believe it. You're going to, whatever you tell yourself, your mind is gonna believe what you tell yourself. Keep telling yourself that, because honestly, it's the truth. And the only reason that you feel like it's not right now is because nobody's ever told you that before, and nobody has encouraged you like that before. A lot of successful people did not get successful by listening to what everybody had to say, because everybody's always gonna have different opinions and shit. That you can hear what people saying, but don't let that affect what you're doing and where you at, because people can only meet you where they at. People can only see where they at, and if they're not believing in themselves, they're not about to be believing in you. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying that people who are truly living out the life that they want, they're not going to be talking down on you. And those are the type of people that you want to be attracting anyway. People who are believing in you. And you will attract those type of people, The more you put that out, you're going to get the people who aren't into that and thinking like, nah, you want something else crazy, like you think you can make that happen. It's because they couldn't make it happen for themselves, or they feel that they can't make it happen for themselves, which is the problem. But it's not your problem, because you can make it happen for you. My future is an ideal projection of what I envision now, and this is so important. You have to see that. You have to see your dreams coming out into play. You have to be able to imagine it, because if you can imagine it, you can plan it. If you can plan it, you can act on it. You can make it happen. You can literally make anything happen, y'all. You gotta, I know I'm saying it a lot, but it's really true. Like, you have to believe in yourself. Nobody else is gonna believe in you like you believe in you, and that's the only way you can make things happen for yourself. which goes right into the next one. My positive belief in myself is transforming my life. I rejoice in others' success, wealth, and prosperity. It's easy to feel jealous of what other people have achieved and feel like you can't get that too, but you absolutely can. One of the other main points that I wanted to talk about, when it comes to success, there's enough for everybody. When it comes to what you want to do, even if you're doing something that a lot of people are doing and you feel like you're not going to be able to like make it or something, other people have made it, you'll make it too. It's enough room for everybody. There's enough success, abundance, prosperity for everyone, you know? And when you're truly aligned and doing what you want to do and what your passion is, the success is going to come to you. You got to trust that. Which draws me into the next thing that I really wanted to talk about, which is something that I learned about when I was doing shadow work, which I'll do another video on getting in depth with, like doing shadow work and all that. Shadow work isn't just about like trying to improve everything about yourself, looking at your flaws, trying to improve them. It's really about also just embracing your flaws and realizing that you are not a perfect person and nobody's perfect. Everybody has a shadow, and it's about, you know, like the more that you suppress the shadow, pretend that you don't have those traits, the more they control you, you know? Once you know that that's a part of you, it's just easier to, like I said, accept and really just embrace it, you know, and just love and just really love yourself and know yourself completely is what shadow work is about. But in doing the shadow work, I came across projection of your best self onto other people, and like especially celebrities and stuff. When it comes to like admiring a celebrity to the point where you don't see their flaws or how they can make mistakes, it becomes a projection. Nobody's perfect. Everybody has imperfections. And when you put somebody so high on a pedestal, a projection of seeing so much good in somebody else, think about all the things that you really admire about somebody, anybody, celebrity, anybody that you admire, to the point even like people, especially people that you envy. You know, really think about those traits that you really admire about them, and understand that that is your best self. All those really amazing things that you see in other people, it is in you. You know, you have that, and I can't own that shit, you know? You're an amazing person, and there are a lot of amazing people in this world. We're all capable of amazing things, you know, if you put your best foot forward and you're willing to believe that. You have to believe that, and you have to know they have those same imperfections that you do. I mean, maybe not the exact same ones, obviously, but they have imperfections as well, you know? They overcame their insecurities to achieve what they wanted to achieve, because what they wanted to achieve was greater, you know? And that's really what it comes to when it comes to taking that chance and following your dreams. Is really about you know, like knowing that those negative feelings, those negative thoughts, they don't let them be stronger than your positive feelings and your positive thoughts. You know, please, you know, don't just take what I'm saying as like, yeah, believe in myself, blah blah, because you know people do always say that, but it's like, have you ever really tried to believe in yourself? Because you're not gonna fail. You're just not. You have nothing to lose in taking that chance and following your passions and your dreams. You have nothing to lose. You only have amazing things to gain, amazing experiences. You know, let your passions guide you. Let them take you. You know, they're passions for a reason. You know, as human beings, I really believe we feel those passions and we have those passions and those talents for a reason. And it doesn't always have to be being a freaking singer, a dancer, a artist. Like, Everybody, you don't have to have those type of skills to still be talented. Whatever you are good at, whatever you enjoy, whatever you want to become good at, do that shit. Try that shit. For real. It's a lot out here. And you need to, you know, it's really about giving yourself the chance, you know? Give yourself a motherfucking chance. Give yourself a motherfucking chance. It's like we're all divine beings, literally. Everybody has a light. Everybody has skills and talents. It's not just a few skills or a few talents you can have that will make it so you can be successful. Anything that you love, any passion that you have inside, and you do. And you know what, honestly, if you don't just know what that passion is, you know, that you what you want, that's totally fine. And that's the first step, because obviously, you know, like, you can see what you're doing now, where you're working now, you know, what you're doing now. If you see that that's not what you want, then you know one thing that you don't want. So take some chances and look into it, and, you know, figure out what it is that you really do want, you know, because nobody else is going to figure out what your passions are. Nobody is not just about to just pop up in your face. You know, you have to take initiative and look into it for yourself, for your own well-being, for your own happiness. You know, nobody else is gonna be as worried about your happiness and success as you are. There's a lot of things that can come into your life. There's a lot of stuff that makes us have really busy lives. You know, we don't have time for a lot of things, but you have to make your dreams and your passions a priority. You have to make time for the things that you love. It will bring you happiness in your everyday life, because, you know, obviously you find happiness in the things that you enjoy doing. You're gonna find fulfillment in those things that you enjoy. Make time for your own happiness, you know. Love yourself truly is really what I've come to realize. It's just very important. You know, there are a million excuses in the world for why you cannot do something that you've been planning on doing, or something you've been wanting to do. There's a million excuses in the world. And if you keep making those excuses, oh my God, wait, I just thought of something. I remember this motivational speaker. He used to come to my school all the time, and he used to have us say this chant. And it wasn't until like a few months ago that I was like, damn, man, that shit was real. Because even then, when I was in school, then I was like saying it, but I wasn't really saying it, you know. That's another thing. You gotta really make sure that what you're saying, you believe. You gotta believe in this shit. You gotta believe in yourself. You gotta know you tired of dealing with and going through what you're going through, and you gotta know that there is a greater purpose for you, and that you deserve to be happy doing what you want to do. Excuses are tools of the incompetent, which build monuments of nothingness, and those who specialize in them will seldom succeed in anything they do. That's some real shit. And you have to know that these excuses are only going to hurt you. You know, you have to, especially when it comes to making your dreams happen. Because nobody going to be checking on you for that. Nobody going to be like, hey, are you doing this to make this happen for yourself? Like, nobody is thinking about that, you know. You got to be thinking about that. You have to care about yourself. Dedicate some time into something that you love and you care about. And that's ultimately going to get you out of what you hate. Plan for getting to the next level. And in that, and believing in yourself, that's the first step to truly connecting to who you really are, you know. Start to connect to your true passions and your true purpose, and it's just a different experience. But yeah, I hope that y'all enjoyed this video, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.